So your boy, he does his job. I don't want to say what I do because I don't know how many people could be listening to this. But I'm basically a delivery driver under some type of app like DoorDash. So something like that. Just assume. Anyways, I'm doing my job, going through the store, and this one guy comes to me. He's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Hey,"
Hey.
and so kind of like, just doing, just mind my business, just checking out groceries. I mean, just putting groceries in my cart. That's it. Nothing really done. And he's like, do you have any final crisis or some blah 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 something? And I was just like, no. I was just like, I'm just doing this job. He's like, oh, well, you can be making a lot more. I'm like, really? How? Dude really rolled me in because he said something that like blew my mind. I don't know why, but it did.
Oh my god, that's how they get you, dude.
I know he says like it was a saying. He's like, while people are something, we could be, we are thriving. And I was just like, dang, that got me. And immediately I was like, sign me up.
Oh my god.
By the way, I was in college at this point, and so, yeah, he gives me this information, texts me later at night. He's like, "Hey, it's a fine." By the way, this for a financial course, and then I kept doing these Zoom calls to like set up with these financial courses. I met with this other dude. You know how pyramid schemes work, right?
Yeah, I know how they work.
For people who don't know, pyramid schemes, how it set it up, it's basically like the animal kingdom. Uh, basically, we'll start off with the plants. The plants are the people going around talking to people, and the plants have the fish. The fish are ahead of them, and then the fish are under talking by these lions. Well, not lions, but what would be something that eats fish? Like would be shark. Shark. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Just something bigger. And then they're having these like fake. Those are basically the millionaires, and then above them is just you just keep going until you get to the very top, which is the people that own the company. So yeah, that's basically the people who don't know what pyramid scheme is. Anyway, so they're very legal. If you ever get someone who comes up to you and asks you questions about if you want to join this, walk away immediately. So yeah. By the way, I didn't get involved at all, so there's like no legal issue, which is nice. But yeah, so dude's okay. Continue the story. So I'm doing these Zoom calls, and I'm talking to basically the fish and his boss, and he's trying to get me in to doing this, like sell these products, and he's like, these are really healthy, help you lose weight fast, and he's like, yeah, I just saw I was overweight, so easy target. And then I was like, oh yeah, my mom just had bypastric surgery. He's like, oh no way, these really help too. I was like, oh, that's cool. And so he's like, I'm gonna let the other guy, the plants, and and meet up with you and give you the food because he wasn't like far away, and the other dude was in the same area as me. And so yeah, and I started telling my mom about this. She's like, "This is a pyramid scheme."
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I was like, "There's no way. These guys seem legit." He even showed me his bank info. I was like, "Yeah, I can show you that too." I can fake a screenshot too. And then I searched the name up. I'm not sure if I should say the name or not.
Nah, don't say the name. It's all right.
Oh, about what?
No, don't say the name. It's all right.
Okay, I was about to say the company. Anyway, the company's very famous. They've been doing it since the '60s. If you know the company, if you know who I'm talking about by now, you definitely know. But yeah, very very fun times. I was crushed, and then that's when I realized I was. This is actually at the same time I didn't hate this because it made me realize I need to drop out of college because I wanted to get out of college so bad.
Right.
At that moment, I was like, yeah, I don't like college. It's not for me. I told my parents that. I was like, this really made me want to get out of college. And like, I shouldn't feel like that. So why am I wasting my money not being happy with what I'm doing? Something I'm not even really that passionate about. I had decent grades. Like I had 2 A's and a B. Like it's still pretty good. But like, usually I would have all A's if I was really that passionate. I know I'm not trying to sound like a jerk when I say that. By the way,
No, you're good. You're good.
But like, yeah, I was like, I wasn't really caring that much to be honest. So yeah. Now, Zach, let's hear about your pyramid scheme story.
Bro, mine is just short and simple, bro. I was over at a friend's house. It was back when I was still living in Texas, and this happened like quite some time ago. Anyway, I was chilling with my boy, and then he said, "Yo, like I gotta like we were just chilling, and then like one of our other friends contacted us. It's like, yo, I have a friend of a friend who's coming over, and he said that he had y'all in mind for like a business opportunity, blah 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 blah. If y'all want to come over, and I was like, okay, sounds a little weird, but all right, let's do it. And then we went over to his house, and we were like chilling. It was like us two, me and my friend, our mutual friend, and then like three other guys, and then.
Yeah.
And then next you know, they were talking like how like they want to host it like start something up like this great business idea, and then like basically involve it into like this in big tire like culturalized like sort of thing, like, and they want to get like a ton of investors. I can't remember the exact details, but like I was like, okay, yeah, this sounds good. I mean, it started out as if like, yo, what if we did this? Like, you know how you and your boys would get together, and then you'll just be like spewing out like these great entrepreneurial like ideas and stuff like that, and like how each and every single one of you can play like a part with your special skills and stuff like that. You know, I think every single like guy group has like that conversation at least once or twice every once in a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, because if you ever seen the movie Game Over, I was like, we gotta do this one day.
Yeah. So I thought all that was happening, and then like next thing you know, they like busted out this like whiteboard and like started like giving us like some panels with like some bunch of information on it and stuff like that, and how we can like get these investors and stuff like that. I was like, oh, this is a pyramid scheme. Like yeah, I'm out. And then I told my boy like, yo, like I'm out of here. I'm about to go get some food. I ain't really interested in this. And then we just dipped, just right then and there.
I can't believe you invite this dude over to his house.
Nah, bro. Like we thought we was gonna chill and like just meet some new people. You know, maybe quite possibly just explore some ideas. Like I thought we were just talking shit, and we were just like just chilling. But no, they were really trying to get us to join in on whatever it is that they were doing. And I'm just like, yeah, nah, it doesn't really seem like it's for me. I don't know who I would want to contact and like, have them invest their money into this. And I don't know, because number one, it wasn't tangible what we were talking about. It was just a bunch of ideas, and then talking about gaining investors to, invest in like 80% completed ideas. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, nah. It's like, so that's my little short story about like, dealing with pyramid schemes. And, yeah. Yeah, bro, it's crazy how they were like at the like first 5 to 10 minutes, you're like, oh crap, like what you're saying is like true. They'll get to you. You know what I mean? And then next, they'll just hit you with their sales pitch, and you just like, how do we get here?
Yeah, no, they were teaching me the ways of capitalism and how bad it is. I was just like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh, and my God.
Like, capitalism was a bad thing. Like, that's how they got me, because they're like, oh, black person. That means, because like the whole system's kind of against us with that. Not to get political or anything, but like, they kind of, they pick and choose. Like, it's a very smart system, and it sucks because they break it down so easily. They can basically become your best friend too, super easy.
Right. And that's how they get you. That's how they get you, guys. Just so you know, if anything's out there is too good to be true, look into it. Look into it. Like, but like, I know some things might sound like there might be like a 1 out of 10 shot. Like something might actually be like, it sounds too good to be true, but it actually happens. But do your research, or at the very least, take the safe route and just don't do it. I promise you're gonna save yourself a lot of time, a lot of hardship down the line. But in any case, 10 minutes into this, Welcome back to the most fashionable podcast you will ever turn into. I am Mr. HB Fashion.
Your boy Rome with Fashion.
And this is Button Up, episode number 12.
Ooh, number 12.
Number 12.
How about that? I blame Zach. So, no, I'm kidding.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah. And you guys, I know you're like, I know the audience is like, bro, why are they so inconsistent? Like, but guys, I promise you, we're getting there. It's just a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes from both myself and Rome. And we're just trying to get to a point. I promise you, like, bro, I promise you, come April, my entire dynamic in terms of like upload schedules, not just with this podcast, but just with everything else in general, is like, it's going to get better. And that's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to spend too much time on it, because I'm in this space of like, I'm tired of talking about this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of like just talking about it. I'm ready to put some actions behind some things. You know what I mean?
No, exactly. Like, I've been struggling with this thing, a lot of my like no shit, all that, for quite some time now. And like, I just kind of came to the realization, like, okay, it's not gonna get better anytime soon. And like, so I just started working more. I've been just trying to get up at an early time. I was getting up at noon, bro. That's fucking terrible. Who gets up at noon every day?
No.
It's not good. Do not. I'm telling y'all right now, the latest time you should be getting up is 9 or 10. Like, barely even 10 some days. I would say the weekends, like 10. Other days, you should be up at 9 at least. It's not good for your body. I'm telling you that right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Oh, man. Yeah. But how are you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing good. Just chilling. My day off. Finally. I've been so good. I've been working so much. Like, I'm trying to move out in a year. I've been like saving, and then I owe my dad much money because we got snowed in, and like I was prevented to work because I'm a delivery driver.
Right.
And so luckily, I just paid that back all back, so I was good at least. But yeah, now we back to a good financial stand.
Well, that's good, bro. I'm happy for you.
Thank you. How are you doing, though, my good sir?
I'm good, bro. Just at a point where I'm just trying to get some things back in order. You know, I feel like I've said that for like the last 6 episodes in a row, but hey, bro, it's a process trying to get to a point where you can try to do content creation like full time. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. I don't think a lot of people, sadly, will never understand like work and freaking content creating. Like, trying to balance this out is horrible.
Yeah.
Especially like successful like you. Like, you're very successful. Like, you have plenty of ads, and it's like very hard some days. And I know that.
Yeah.
But and then try what?
No, go ahead.
I was saying, and trying to balance out other things as well as going behind the scenes.
Yeah, and like I honestly, the ultimate goal is like, and I was even talking to my girl about this, like, and bro, there's a reason why, like, one day I'm gonna marry this girl, I swear to God, because you know, she was saying like, you know, she says, you know what, like, to be honest, like, I know you're frustrated, but if I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't want you to get another job. Like, even if it's something that you're working remote and at home, and technically you have more time to work on your stuff. But she told me, like, long story short, she's like, I want you to get to a point where, like, by the end of this year, I want you to be like working full time for, you know, you. And I'm just like, it's like, girl, I love you so much. You know that? Like, oh my God. But hey, it's true. It's where I'm trying to get at, and it's like it's an uphill battle. But like I mentioned earlier, like, I feel like once I get over like these next 4 weeks, things will start looking up, and I will be in a better position than I was in the last couple of months.
Let's go. I love that. It's like, it's hard because like with your job and stuff, like the situation,
Yeah.
no bueno. But it's the fact that you instead like you took a break and you stepped back and like, okay, what can I do? Instead of fully gave up. Not a lot of people would go back to doing it, to be honest with you. Like losing that is a pretty big thing. I don't think, and the fact that you're like able to go back to posting too and still getting this ads and promos. It's, I mean, that's it. I did not say ask. I said ads.
Jesus
But
Christ.
it sounded like I said. I was like, no, I opened because everybody. But I'll just say it's pretty big deal though. So
Right,
congrats, my
yeah.
boy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't wait to see what's next.
Man. But yeah, man, I'm good. Started dropping YouTube videos on HB Fashion this week. Got one coming out tomorrow, and then possibly another one on Saturday as of recording this video. So hopefully you guys are enjoying those videos if you're coming from my side of this community. But yeah, I got that going on. Bro, I spent the other day like I think the day before we recorded this, so yesterday, I spent like all day like recording YouTube videos and like recording TikToks, like just trying to stockpile on a bunch of content just so that I can have like a day or two where I'm just like doing nothing but editing, and then just stockpile like all of my drafts on like all platforms, you know what I mean? And I think even if you like go in and like upload things through like the desktop, you can like schedule posts and stuff like that. So I can like just like have the videos edited, get it ready to post up on like just post in general, and just like get it uploaded through my PC, and then just all throughout the days within the next couple of weeks, you'll just be seeing content just dropping. And but yeah,
Dude,
I'm close to the point where I want to be, so we will see. We will definitely see.
that's good. Y'all hear that? Zach is on his grind. That's what we like to hear.
I mean,
So
nothing else better to do. So,
oh, all right. Shall we move on?
Yeah, let's get into some topics, bro. We're in the end times.
What?
We're in the end times.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning, like, bro, is anyone else like sussed out like in terms of how this whole metaverse thing is like popping off?
Oh, I'm dead. I was like, what do you? I was like, I hope you're not talking about what you're talking about.
No. Like, bro, it's a little concerning to me. You know what I mean? Like when it came to like, you know, how hard like, you know, Facebook and Instagram were like, or like the Meta app or company, whatever they want to call themselves, how hard they were just pushing like, yo, like metaverse this, metaverse that. And it's like, yo, like everyone join this. And then like you had the big move from Microsoft buying out all these like companies, Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard. And they said that, oh yeah, this is all has to do with the metaverse. So just get ready for that. And I'm just like, bro, there's such a huge push for this, and it doesn't. And this thing, I was trying to talk to my girl and a couple other friends about this. This does not feel as natural as like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter came about. You know what I mean?
Oh
like,
no,
like this feels heavily pushed.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. I see an ad like daily. You can literally click something about food, and it's gonna pop up somewhere.
Yeah, and the thing is like I know when we talked about like at least a couple of times here on the podcast, where it's like when it came to like how technology is going to basically start evolving over the next couple of decades, and I'm just like, yo, I'm all for it, but in the sense of like I'm still out in the real world. The way that it's being sold, at least to me, and the way I'm seeing people talk about it, it's like a full dive sort of thing where it's like, yo, if you hate your crappy life, when you get off of your job, you can now spend the next 8 hours of your time if you want in this completely different world, different person, different lifestyle in general, where you're basically you're working as a barista in the real life, but you're the next Jeff Bezos in the metaverse, and you could just be happy there. I'm just like, okay. Other than the fear factor coming in, because I've seen and read Ready Player One. Oh, by the way, I read the book recently. It's pretty freaking fire.
Wait, which?
Ready Player One.
I heard the sequel's horrible in the book, so everyone's in the sequel of the movies.
Haven't read it yet, but I liked the book. Fairly enjoyed it. But I've seen that. I've seen Sword Art Online. I've seen The Matrix. Bro, it's this stuff does not spell good. People think that it's going to be, well, I guess the more harmless way of going about it is like Ready Player One, where it's just for the sole case of like entertainment and stuff like that. But that's how people think this is going to be. No, there's some weirdos out there that try to make their gaming personas like them. You know what I mean? Like, they do nothing else other than be on like this game in this virtual world, their online personas. And I'm just like, that's not me, because I still have like real world ambitions, you know, to actually try to achieve.
Yeah. And no, exactly. I'm the same way.
And I was hyped about it at first when I was thinking, oh, the way that this is going to turn out is going to be like AR, you know what I mean? Where you're still in the real world, but there's just some technological advances to the point where it's like, yo, if you want to like put on this lens or this glasses and be able to see like, you know, this artwork just appear out of nowhere, then yeah, that's totally fine. And that's why I'm a little bit excited. I'm excited for NFTs, because, and I don't want to turn this into like a cryptocurrency or like a or anything like that, because that within itself has been like, oh my god, like all over my freaking For You page and Instagram and all that stuff like for weeks. But
for
say what?
I said for real, it's been all over your For You page,
bro. It's crazy, but I thought that that's what this was going to be, but it turns out they're trying so hard to push this thing. It seems very sus. And NFTs within itself seems pretty sus. Now, I like it in this case of like engagement between either like an individual like influencer or company brand to the consumer, and it's like an actual digital, like more digital engagement between the two. That's fine, but I'm still sus of it, because you've heard about like the market crashing, you know, and like how the government has basically like inflated like all of interest rates and like basically came after all of like cryptocurrency. I think Bitcoin is lowered. It like took a huge dive within the last like week or so. And people are saying like, you should have seen this coming with cryptocurrency, blah, 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 blah. People are saying, well, go ahead and buy some now. This is the perfect time. And like everything is down. Everything is like, you know, pretty like everything is down. Everything's more expensive these days. Everything's harder to obtain. But all of a sudden, when you ask about NFTs, people are like, oh no, NFTs are doing surprisingly well. And it's like, what? Okay, how is that possible? And they're like, I don't know, things a mystery. And then they heavily encourage you to go buy some NFTs. I'm like, okay, hold up, what? This seems a little sus to me. Not to say anyone else, no.
No.
I'm just like, and again, I'm like, I'm willing to learn more and more about this stuff, so I can see how I can best participate in it at the very least, and at the best case scenario, see if it's a way to be at least beneficial towards me and my side of my business. But I just don't see how like this entire thing is like going to play out well in the long run, because they're trying to push it off as like, oh, this is like social media 2.0. But I'm just like, okay, cool. But you know what's the great beauty about these social media things, like social media apps like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff, is that this came to us naturally. You know what I mean? Like a friend of a friend, like physically had to tell us about it. Not a bunch of influencers who got already paid thousands of dollars to promote this corner of an NFT project to be pushed off to their audience. That's not how these things work. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on this?
It's very sus. It's basically like it's a sad situation. I think it's just gonna be a sad situation, and I want to like theorize it. Like I've already talked this with my financial manager about it too, and like he's saying like this could either be its next thing into what's called world currency,
Mm.
or it's just kind of like the rich make the most, and then we kind of like don't.
That's what I'm saying, because like again, back to my previous point, like everything is down, or everything is like super expensive, and like people are broke. Like people are broke, and it's harder to get things. It's harder to get into things that people would previously want, like cryptocurrency, NFTs. But with everything that is down, NFTs are magically not, and people, and not just people, but like brands and like big time corporations are saying, "Yo, go get this NFT." Like I think even Twitter came out with a thing where it's like you can make your profile pic an NFT.
They're not even hiding it.
I'm just like, and it changes like your profile pic from like a circle to like a hexagon or whatever, and it's like, bro, like no one is gonna question this. They're just full diving into it, you know? Like it just it doesn't make sense to me.
Oh no, it doesn't. But sadly, the ring is sucked in one way or the other.
Let's just say I'll dip my toe into it, and if it's something that I know would be beneficial for myself and my audience, like, or at least more engaging for my audience, and it's something that I know that they'll be invested in, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll come up with some original work and, you know, try to, you know, get that off to my fans, but not like necessarily as like a thing like, hey, go flip this, but like a, hey, if you're with this community, you have this unique piece of art. Here you go.
Duh.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, that's perfect because like I think that's how people should do it, but it's not gonna happen.
It's that, and bro, why are all NFTs like in this like this is gonna sound weird, but they're all like monkeys dressed differently.
Ooh, yeah, no,
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's
I
like
know.
it's an animated monkey, and he's dressed like as if he's like from like that one TV show that's like set in Brent's. I forgot what it's called.
Mm.
But anyway, he's like dressed like in a hat, suit, tie, and it's like it looks weird. I don't know, but it's my head is like hurting with all this because I have to like, and it's one of those things where I literally can't get into. Like I want to, and I want to do some research into it, but with like with everything that's going on my plate, I can't get into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I have to like keep pushing in my current situation, just let the rest of the world like either fool themselves into like a completely crappy situation or get ahead. And I do not know where it stands right now, and it's frustrating.
It was very it was very frustrating. My thoughts are just kind of like you said, just dip your toes, see if you make money, and if you don't, you don't.
Right.
Because it's gonna be the same thing where like it could be like the crypto situation where they had basically crypto scams, and like they would get creators, like you just said, would pay $10,000. They would pay $10,000 for only the creators and the people in charge of it to make serious money, and then the rest of everyone lost everything.
And bro, like think of all the people that you see all over TikTok like saying like, hey, like this is how you get into crypto and stuff like that. And you look at, like, I don't want to judge a book by its cover. You should never do that. But
Yeah.
I'm the type of person who likes to look at context clues. You know what I mean? These people
Yeah.
look as broke as I do. You know what I mean?
No, that's what my dad. That's exactly what my dad was saying. He's like, "How you gonna get financial advice, but look, your house don't look clean. You don't look that good."
Exactly.
He's like,
exactly.
he's, he's like, "I'm gonna believe someone if they're." He's like, "I'm more likely gonna believe someone if they're rich. They have nice clothes. They have a nice setup. No, these people don't have a nice setup. Don't have nice clothes." You know, it's not. I'm not saying they have to be rich or something. I mean, like, be dressed nice. I'm talking like So yeah.
You cut out like the last like 5 seconds.
Dang it. I was like, where's Zach at? Uh, I was just saying. I was saying for like clean clothes. I was saying like not them like have like brand new clothes every day because that's like expensive. I'm talking about like their clothes be clean and then
But you can
their set be
tell.
clean.
You can tell.
You can tell.
You know what I mean? Like, not to give you guys too much information, but like when things start like falling into place for me in terms of like, closing in some loose ends, when it comes to like this content creation stuff, like I'm talking like as soon as March, you will see a difference in terms of how things are looking on my side of things. And even on Rome's, because I'm trying to spill this over into like my friends and stuff like that so I can like help them grow their stuff as well. But you look at these, you look at these 19-year-olds and how they are talking about this is how you get into this NFT and this is how you can build that build up that NFT to basically go to the moon. Dude, they look as broke as everyone else. And I'm like, bro, like I don't want to be that guy who needs an orgy of evidence in order for me to get into what it is that's happening in the world. But show me a screenshot of your bank account right now.
For real.
No. I'm not talking. I don't want to see no portfolio of a. I'm so sick of seeing a freaking graph that is going up and down, like and saying, "See, this pattern is called a so and so pattern." Man, I'm like, bro, I do not care. Show me what is in your Bank of America bank account right now, and how much you deposited within the last 3 months from this thing.
Oh, he got him, guys. You guys heard it. You guys heard it.
Like, and I don't want to see a picture. I don't want to see anything. I don't even want to see a video of you leaning against a Bugatti and you're just like styling and profiling and stuff like that. No, I want to, if anything, I want to see the lease and your signature on that lease for that Bugatti saying that you own that. And it's paid off. You own it. I want to see that house. I want to see everything because here's the thing. I'm not going to take advice from just like any random person off of TikTok who's just talking about NFTs and for whatever reason the For You page thinks just because I stayed on a previous video for 5 seconds thinks I'm into that. No, I would like, for example, like here, okay. Here's a great example. Alex Costa, one of the biggest style icons, one of my biggest inspirations. He's on Twitter talking about NFTs and stuff like that. If he comes out with a course or like a video and be like, hey, here's how you can get into NFTs too, just like how I did, and I did my little bit of research, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, a little bit of a head start. I'm clicking on his video first. Not the guy who's been making 4 months worth of content about NFTs and cryptocurrency and just showing no evidence of him being fruitful in this industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I'm with you. Like, if it's some like from a legit point of view, but also it kind of sucks because it's just like he is also a YouTuber.
Okay, but here's the thing. He's someone who seemingly has his stuff together, and if he's getting into this, and he is showing that he's showing he has success in this, which knowing him, and I've been watching his content for years. Knowing him, I would know his tells in terms of if this is like something he's either picking up or if he's dropping. If he's picking it up and he's wanting to like help his fans, get into it just like how he is, it would be evident. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't be so like sugar coated or like just blanket or like a very vague to the point where it's like, okay, like, did you just help me or not? Or did you just show me a graph and told me what this means, but gave me little to no information as to how I can get started?
Exactly. This man is speaking facts, y'all. Y'all better listen to him. Because
so y'all, telling the truth. Again, back to my like first point that I made when we were talking about pyramid schemes. If it sounds too good to be true, guys, don't do it.
No, don't even try.
It's just like with like, and here's the thing: you have the free range to try, but it's just like trying to make it like be a famous actor or be a famous rapper. Not everyone is going to do it.
No, that's so true. Because it sounds nice.
It does sound nice.
It's not. It's not reality. It's very little people make us like livable rappers. Like A lot of people forget to think about that, and like it's like a whole thing. I don't want to break it down because I'm just gonna nerd out on it, but
Right, go ahead.
but I was just saying like not a lot because people just don't even think about artists have to pay back their label. That money, most of that money is a loan most of the time. Most very little artists get paid like from just the rights of the music, very little, and because it's very rare because you have to find your own writer. I mean, you have to write the song, do a lot of this about a song. It's very hard. It's very hard. So that's what I'm saying. But what was I going with this? It's just if it's too good to sound, I'm going with Zach. It was too good to be true. Oh my gosh, what have you said?
If it's too good to be true, guys, then don't do it. Like that's your safest bet. But if you insist on getting into it, do your own research and like just don't go off of like the 1 or 2 videos that you may have saw on TikTok and just try to go off of that. Because again, all this seems very vague. It doesn't seem to me. It's about this whole cryptocurrency thing. Like it seems as tangible as like GTA money. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. Horrible. GTA. Are you there, Zach?
Yeah. I'm sorry, dude. I got a bunch of alerts coming out on my computer and stuff like that.
No, oh yeah, I hate when that happens. So just like you have to wait for everything. I got you though.
But yeah, if I don't know, I want to move on because I was getting worked up. I think that's your HP rant for this podcast because that was. I mean, it just this whole entire thing just seems very sus to me.
Nah, you right. It is very sus. Now, before Zach gets more into it, let's move on.
No, because dude, I can go off on this like all day because.
Oh, I know. It's cool though. I actually don't mind talking about it because like you're actually very middle ground and you don't sound one sided.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, that's something dropped. Okay, moving on though. Have you seen the Louis Vuitton fashion show of 2022?
Yeah, I have.
It was dang, bro. You need to see it. It's on YouTube. Just search Louis Vuitton fashion show 2022. I'm pretty sure it's winter because that would make sense. And I watched the full 22 minutes, and Tyler Creator composed all the music, and I loved every single bit of that. Whoever did the choreography, I want to know as well because it was very cool how they did. So you know how runways go, and just like usually it'll be like a rectangle, a square, triangle, just something going in like diameter, just something going like that, right?
Right.
So this one was actually they did. You know, like if you ever seen a Tyler creating this video, and like it's usually just very random, and it's just like there's a house, there'll be like random chairs in the middle. There would be like there's like a bed, there's a chimney, like just a bunch of random stuff. And it was very cool because it was all appreciation to Virgil. So yeah, R.I.P. the GOAT, by the way. It sucks because I wasn't like fully inspired by Virgil, but like I didn't know how many people like I look up to were inspired by him. So that makes me sad, kind of, you know. But yeah, so the whole show was amazing. Oh yeah, so basically they all came from underneath the house, and then they would go around all 3 of them, and then there'd be choreographers, and then one would have like there's kind of this roof setup where there's a trampoline, and there's choreographers standing there the whole time on this trampoline. There's ones that are going dancing, like just very cool. Like you know how triple jointed people do that kind of dancing. Like, well, they'll just kind of like flop through the ground and like and just, that was pretty cool. And then like they're like go up to the dancer, like kind of distract them, while Tyler Creator's like music was being just composed. It was all beautiful, bro. I just loved it.
But no, I'm like a minute into it, and I'm gonna try to like skim through it so I can like check it out.
No, it's a very good. And then the music, one of the songs is on YouTube. I forgot what it's called though. I'm actually on YouTube. Why don't I just search
Okay,
it?
I can't play the audio right now because we're recording and it'll pick it up with how I'm recording. But yeah, I see what you mean, like with the trampoline and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, dude, the concepts are just amazing. And then if you can tell by the style, it was very just the fashion was very much of Virgil's outlook on like what it's kind of what like fashion is kind of to him, and it's kind of cool because you can see a lot of his looks in there. Like the sided hat, I kind of like that, like how he brought that back because he was very infamous for doing that back in the day. Just like the oversized white sided hats,
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm
and
looking
then
at it. I'm looking at it right now.
yeah, um, the intro was amazing too. The intro was amazing. Yeah,
Oh,
all
whoa,
these
whoa, whoa,
dancers.
whoa! The dude started like
What?
sidestepping and stuff like that. Like,
Oh, no, they all killed it though. All the dancers were really good.
whose style
I
does this?
like
Whose style does this
what
remind me of? Like, it's like one of our mutuals. Like he has this set style. Like it reminds me like a lot of him.
mutuals. So what mutuals?
I
Trying to
think
think.
is it Seth? Is this who I'm thinking of?
Oh, Seth, my guy
Yeah,
Seth. Yeah, I could see that. I definitely see it, and I would say yeah, definitely around Seth because Seth loves a little lots of floral, and he likes a lot of just a lot of. Why can't I think the word right now? Dang it, no, why not modern? Oh, yeah, modern formal wear. There we go. Modern formal. So I actually was right.
gotcha.
So yeah, I would definitely agree with that. The jackets are definitely something I would see him wearing.
Hmm.
I'm dead.
But yeah, I really like this, guys. If you guys want to check this out, just yeah, like Rome said, go type in Louis Vuitton Fashion Show 2022. It's the one they posted on the 20th.
It was
So yeah, they live streamed it and they just posted a live stream. But from what I'm seeing, this stuff looks pretty cool. It seems very like I'm seeing this stuff on TikTok. You know what I mean? Like what people are wearing every day. Maybe not like the exact same thing. Like I don't imagine this Batman looking cap people are gonna be wearing that. But in terms of like the modern like you said, the modern formal wear in terms of like how people are wearing it, like certain proportions are like oversized and like very boxy, you know what I mean? Not so like super trimmed out or anything like that, like how you expect like anyone to be wearing like a trench coat and like a suit or something like that, you know?
yeah.
But it's very like boxed out, very like the proportions on it are like evenly distributed, you know. Um
No, definitely.
but yeah, a lot of like if you're wearing like a modern cut like modernly cut, like sort of like a slim straight leg. Up top, you're kind of baggy. You know what I mean? Or you're baggy, or you're kind of like oversized and baggy, like all the way through. You know what I mean?
No, definitely. And that's like a lot of the model scene because I just like kind of realized I was like thinking the other day I was like, whoa, the whole point of like models, like the build of like the average model is more like just very skinny, some tall, and like and like it kind of reminds you of an American in a way, like how American is. Not saying that they're all built like that, but like how they're trying to portray that in the model industry, which sucks because I would love to see more plus size or even shorter people. That'd be cool too. Is my boy Zach there?
Yeah, yeah. I'm here. I'm still here, bro. I'm just kind of admired by it. I'm still looking at it.
Oh, this man's. I got him onto this. Y'all heard it first. I got Mr.
Ooh,
HV Fashion.
that hoodie kind of fire though. Like it's like
Which one?
a purple hoodie. Like it has like it's like a bunch of like it's like a rounded patterns all over it. Like
That's
it
dope.
kind of looked like it was like bleached out. I'm not sure. They showed it for like
What
2 seconds, and now they're not
what
showing it
time?
anymore.
What time stamp was it?
Around like the 9 minute mark. So like
Okay.
if you look at 9 minutes and I think it's hold on. Give it a second. Wait for it. 9 minutes and like 39 seconds. You'll see it like towards like the left side of the screen. He's carrying a bag with it too, with the same pattern. I like that. It's kind of nice. Nothing that I would wear personally, but like
But you mess with it.
I mess with it. Yeah, it's nice.
Ooh. So you're talking about it's like kind of a tie-dye thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a fleece too. That's nice. That's clean.
It's real nice.
See how I told you how the dancers are?
Yeah.
I was surprised. A lot of dancers are like smaller than a lot of the models. I thought they would have got like a lot taller models to match like, that model look, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the comment section goes wow for Virgil and Tyler.
But yeah, that's cool, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, I'm gonna go pee, and then we can get your topic. Is that cool?
All right, yeah. I can just skip it ahead
Okay.
when I'm editing this, so
Cool.
You're good.
And then if you want to get your thoughts right now about it, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
be back.
I'm gonna sit here in silence. I'm just gonna wait for you to get back.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right, guys, we're back. So have you seen what?
There's gonna be a lot of skipping in this video.
Oh no, it's all good. But have you been seeing what's been going on with podcasts lately?
What?
Like, it's starting to become a trend for a group of guys, like 2 to 4 guys, to like create a podcast and
You're not about this.
basically be the most like toxic group of guys on the internet.
Bro, I hate those dudes. They're so dumb. Just that alpha stupid energy. Yeah, I hate that.
God. And here's the thing, guys. We're not talking about all podcasts or like guys who like decided because
we're talking about a very
considering
few.
considering the times that we're in. If you are if you have the opportunity to sit down with your buds, get on the mic and just talk about anything that you're passionate about, and as long as you're a decent human being about it, or if you just have like some extreme views on certain things and you're not just being completely outlandish with it, then sure, go for it. But there are guys out there who, and you guys know this stuff, like the red pill content. That's the most prevalent one that's probably motivated this topic. But like the red pill ones, the like the whole like drama filled ones, the whole like dating scene ones where it's like they're pinning a lot of like men and women against each other and stuff like that. And it's it's such. I'm just starting to notice like we have a lot of those out there, and
no, it sucks, bro.
Some more popular than none, but I don't know. I've just been kind of noticing it. I'm just like, it's not a great look. And if you listen to like what these guys are talking about and what they're saying, like it is terrible. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where it's like they're trying to give dating advice to these guys who like they're to the men that are listening, and I'm just like, bro, you're talking about being like you want a woman who's like the 1% of the world, and you claim yourself to be this guy who is like 1% of all men and stuff like that. But like, bro, like I feel like the 1% of dudes who are actually like that, they don't talk and act like how you do. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh! No, you're speaking factuals.
Like I'm not gonna drop any names, but I feel like we all know who I'm talking about, and like,
Don't do it.
I'm not gonna do it, but like, oh my god, like, and I've heard great things about like a lot of these podcasts and a lot of these podcast hosts, in terms of how, in general, they treat people, at least on the business side of things. I can't speak for them personally, but on the business side of things, I heard they're pretty okay, but like, it's all about the contents in terms of like what they're talking about and stuff like that. And I've found myself listening a couple of times to maybe a couple podcasts here and there because maybe the guests that they had on there were had a very messed up view on it, and maybe they had a less than messed up view on their side of things. But at the same time, it's like, and I'm just starting to notice a trend, when these alpha male guys think that they have like the whole world figured out, they have the entire male and female psychologies figured out, they get on these podcasts and it's make a complete fool of themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't understand it. Like, there is like, could be someone attracted to you meeting them, I guess, in a way. But like, do not take advice from these guys. No, just don't do that to women. Please don't,
guys. Just don't do it. It's not a great look.
Oh no.
And don't. And if you feel like you share these views and values and stuff like that, keep it to yourself and just let your actions do all the talking for you. And if the results of what they are saying that, if you guys do this, if you walk in this sort of light or in this certain type of way and throughout life, it's going to give you X result. Let the result do the talking. You know what I mean? Like, there's no need for you to create a podcast and like just add on to the argument. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100,000%.
Because it's getting to a point now where like a lot of people on the opposite side of the spectrum are starting to create their own podcasts and basically like they're starting to expose each other and like basically like get their stuff, like all their skeletons in the closet, like out in the world and stuff like that. It's like it's starting to get messy. So I'm just like, whoa, like what is going on? You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely, dude. Definitely. It's just a no. I will never get in that controversy.
But it's pretty interesting. I mean, it's pretty interesting.
It's definitely entertaining. I will definitely say that. I will never.
Oh, for sure. Like how every single one of these, alpha male red pill podcasts, like how every third episode they had like Kevin Samuels or something like that be a guest star on their show and stuff like that, and they try to like blindside their intended guests and stuff like that. I'm just like, bro, this is hilarious because you just seeing each other, each party going at each other's necks, and they're just not letting up.
It's just all L's. All L. So we get on this podcast, though.
Oh my god! Start talking about some red pill stuff, guys.
But
guys,
no, red pill.
guys.
Yeah.
If your girl doesn't give you 75% of her paycheck whenever she goes to work and works really hard, 8 hours a day, and just gives it to you because you're the man of the house, bro, she's not part of the 1%.
Wait, what?
She's not part of that 1% of women that you need to surround yourself with.
Yeah, man.
That's not a wife. That's
the money that you earn and the money that she earns doesn't matter, man. Still, that's always gonna be your money.
It's always going to be, yeah. You have to be in control of that situation because you are the man of the house. You know what I mean?
Oh, I can't believe someone actually like wakes up and like and thinks like this.
Bro, it's scary. It's scary how many guys, and so many guys are taking this advice and they're running with it. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna add something to this though. All these guys too. I'm gonna tell you something. They play that stupid nice guy thing for like the first 3 months of relationship.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna say it. Just like how with the whole crypto thing, like you know how like the people who are spitting out all this advice and stuff like that, you don't see them and like looking nice or like their setups are not like all that great or anything like that. There's no like tangible fruit to their labor that they're quote unquote putting in. I'm not seeing any rings on these guys' fingers, or I'm not seeing any no mentions of any girls or like potential wives or anything like that they're talking about.
Get 'em.
I'm not seeing it, you know. And there could be saying, and their evidence, and their comeback to that could be like, well, I'm looking for that 1% of woman. I'm like, my boy, you're gonna be looking for a long time. And y'all like to say that, women have y'all like to say all the time that, hey, women have they have like a time in their like 20s when they're hitting their peak, level of attractiveness. I'm like, well, y'all are gonna approach that very fast before y'all even hit your goal of finding that woman that is like that 1%. You know what I mean? You're gonna be in your 50s. You're gonna be in your 50s talking like, oh, I finally found her. But turns out she's some 21-year-old who doesn't even want you beyond the fact that you got money. So it's like, But then again, if she is part of that 1%, then by their logic, she's already with a 1% man. So that should be evident enough that they're not part of that 1%. You know what I mean? Because if they are, they would. I feel like the 1% does not have these podcasts.
Oh no,
no, they don't. That 1% of men that they claim that they are aspiring to be, they don't do podcasts like this.
I would never listen to that garbage anyway. No, dude. You know what's crazy? They probably have a Patreon too. It's like going off. A lot of people probably listening to it.
Oh yeah, and that's where they're getting like their real money from and stuff like that. And it's like, oh my god.
It's so sad.
It's really sad. So guys, I guess the lesson here is for our audience listening to this, be careful to what you're listening to just on a day-to-day, because that stuff can be a huge reflection in terms of how your very way of thinking is like being applied in your everyday life. So just make sure that whatever you're listening to, it is something that that'll be, if not beneficial for you, it's not negatively impacting you in any way. You know what I mean?
I heard first.
Like,
I don't agree.
Like, there's probably like one other, but besides this podcast, the best podcast in the world. But there's only one other podcast that I like religiously listen to, and that's just because when I listen to it, it's like I'm listening to like my boys like talk and stuff like that, just because of the chemistry of the host in terms of how they do it. I'm talking about This Is Not a Cult podcast. Those dudes are freaking funny. Young Don, The Thrill, and their producer Dior, bro, they're so freaking funny. So that's one podcast I would definitely co-sign. They have a little bit of red pill stuff going on, just a little bit, but the thing is, they all got girlfriends and or wives, so it's like, I'm gonna listen to them faster than I'm listening to the other guys. You know what I mean?
No, 1,000%. You're valid for that. Because like, if it's not being speeded and it's just like they're type of thinking like, and that you don't agree with it, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're listening to that kind of negative content, content consistently, no, it's just it's not it.
Right? Yeah. Oh man, but that's the one thing I kind of wanted to touch on to see if it's something that you've noticed that's been going on. It's getting worse.
It is. It's going to continue to, which is even sadder. You know what's the sad thing about this too?
What's that?
These guys can vote. Who let these guys vote?
Oh my god.
I always think about it though, like I'll see people just say the dumbest stuff. I'm like, how do you have the right to vote?
Like, bro, you should not have the same decision making about our society when you have this mentality. Like,
You know what's sad? They also expect them to like cook and clean for them too, and just like, I can expect your woman to work all day, give her you all of her money. And then cook and clean for you.
Well, according to them, I was just joking about that. I was just joking about that.
No. I know what you meant though. Like, do a bunch of hardworking stuff, basically. Yeah.
Right. But like, I don't know. Here's the thing. Like, I cook majority of the meals that me and my girl eat when we're not like going out.
Yeah.
That's just because I personally just like to cook. You know what I mean? And like she can
Dub.
throw down in the kitchen too. Like don't get me wrong, and it's nice when she does. But at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I got it. You know, because you know I grew up being in the kitchen with like my mom, my grandma, my aunts since I was like being able to walk. You know, and helping them out in
Dang.
the kitchen and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm no stranger to
It's
like be
cool.
able to cook a meal for myself or my girl, so it's like it's not a big deal. And she covers other things in the house too, you know, like she does. Like when we do laundry, she's the one who puts up the laundry. When we have guests coming over, she cleans up the bathroom. I just got to clean up the kitchen and make sure like all my other personal stuff, like with the office and like my side of the bedroom, and like you know if I'm like shaving or anything like that. I gotta make sure everything's like nice and clean. You know, I just gotta make sure like you
Yeah.
know I'm doing my part. You know, and if there's certain things that she's slipping up on, I'll just do it and I give her a hard time about it, and vice versa. I don't. I don't think it's. And if you're in that situation where it's like, yo, I want my girl to cook and clean, and you find a girl who's okay with doing all the cooking and cleaning, then props to you, my boy. But you know, it's 2022. We're in a time where it's like
Equality, my guy.
not even about equality, but just like that mutual respect
No, yeah.
in terms of the dynamic between you and the person that you're choosing to spend your allotted time with, whether it's like for like a 3 to 6 month period or you're trying to marry this person, you know. So it's like you got to establish like what you're wanting, what you're expecting, and then you know see if it matches up to what you want. My situation just so happens to matches up perfectly to how I want, so it's good, you know.
No, it was like,
But
at least
I don't
improving
know.
lifestyle.
I don't
You
know.
got wifey, you got a crib, and clean clothes.
I don't know. I feel like I need to wait maybe like a few more weeks to get into like my relationship advice sort of bag. I mean, to be honest, I'm dropping a relationship advice video like quite literally tomorrow.
That bit did good, so I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. So I so I don't know. Maybe I'll bring it back into the podcast maybe like in a couple of weeks. So we will see. We will see before I give you guys that sort of advice. But yeah, man, bro, I don't know. It's like it's one of those things where it's like I don't want anyone to look at this podcast and be like, oh, it's two. And I'm just gonna be honest here, it's two black guys with a podcast. They're probably dogging on women and stuff like that. So that's why we're so like animate to make sure that you guys know, hey, we're talking about fashion and we're talking about like the culture and stuff like that in a more of a reporting the news and reacting to it sort of way. You know what I mean?
Nah, I wouldn't. I would never use my platform dog on women, especially that a lot of my friends are women, and they're very much open about being feminist too. So yeah, no.
Right. And there's just all types of crazy on both sides of that, you know, entire battle that I just rather not try to deal with. So, but yeah, guys, just be careful what you guys are listening to. If you guys see a certain podcast or you know what certain podcasts that we are talking about, if any of those podcasts came to mind to you guys, it's probably a good idea to stop listening to it. I'm just saying, you know, no disrespect personally to the people who run those podcasts, but like, my man,
all the
what are y'all doing?
Wait, what'd you say? Sorry.
Nah, you want all the smoke. You said all the disrespect.
Yeah, bro. How you gonna dog it with it but want? I don't make sense. That's like me basically. That's like me fat shaming with someone while I'm trying to lose weight but can't lose the weight. It don't make sense.
Okay, fine. Guys, don't listen to their podcast. Like, it's no good.
Please don't.
It won't lead you down the path you think that they're trying to lead you down. It won't. It just won't. I promise you.
It won't. It won't, guys. It won't.
Especially if all you do is tune into their podcast. Like, that's all you do. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it.
He's not, guys. He's not.
But what's your next topic, my man?
Okay. I don't know how to say this word. Balaclavas. Have you seen those?
Are you trying to say Balenciagas?
No, balaclavas.
Can you spell it for
They're
me?
a type. I'll send you the word actually.
All right, cool.
You're gonna say the same thing we see. And it's a type of ski mask. You can Google maybe. I'm stupid. Google on Google. I'm dumb.
Balaclava.
Yeah, they're a type of ski mask, and they're very upcoming. They're actually in that Louis Vuitton show we were just watching.
Right, right. I've seen that a lot. Actually, did you not wear? You wore one on one of your recent Instagram
Yes,
posts.
sir. Yes, sir. You know the vibes. That one's more of like a very cheap one when I got on Amazon. It was a 3 set for like $15, so like $5 each.
Here, hold on. I got Google to just say it for me. Hold on, one second. Nah, damn it.
Why don't you just repeat it?
I'm trying to get her to say it.
Balaclava.
I'm done.
Balaclava. I'm not sure if you heard it, but I'm pretty sure like the audience heard it because they can hear it from my side of things.
Balaclava.
I sadly could not hear it.
Balaclava.
Balaclava.
Balaclava. Okay. But yeah. What about it, my man?
Oh no, I was just saying, what's your thoughts and opinions on it? Because a very upcoming trend.
It seems like I think I've seen it a lot in like a lot of UK fashion. You know what I mean?
No, definitely.
So, and it's a very streetwear sort of vibe. Like I said, I don't see myself getting into it, but if others do, sure.
I can see you wearing a white one with like all white clothing and with something like a black jacket or a brown jacket.
I mean, sure, yeah. But
ooh, wait. So did we just hear that you'll get one?
No.
Yeah, we getting one crazy fashion, guys.
No. You're not getting one. I'm not wearing one.
What's the addy? What's the addy, Zach? What's the addy?
Nah, you ain't never getting it with that sort of logic you got going on. Nah, you ain't never getting it. But anyway.
Don't worry, I know your email. I can send a fake ad.
Anyway. I don't know. I've seen a lot of like clothing items and categories that have been like very how you want to say they're like they're very functional, you know, like they have a very functional purpose, and they're being reworked into like the more how you want to say, you know, very like a very fashionable scene, you know what I mean? Like I'm not wearing this because I know it's going to be like, you know, 2 degrees outside and I'm wanting to cover my face and basically like be warm and protected. I'm wearing this because it's part of the trend. So I'm starting to see that a lot, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So like kind of like how a BB belt would be worn. It's just for accessory, but it doesn't hold your pants.
Exactly.
I get what you mean. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I'm with it. I actually don't mind it. It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty chill.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm always seeing it take off because like we're getting more knitteds now too. Knitted ones, they sound comfortable, and like if you ever wore a knitted something on your face, you can't breathe. It's like very hard to breathe. That's why I'm glad I got a polyester one. Also, knitted ones are going from like $50 to $100.
Jesus Christ.
I know. Well, it's also because like the material and like the design of it is a lot. And it's quality over quantity as well.
Right, exactly.
So you're gonna want something that's actually gonna do your face justice as well.
Yeah.
Even though knitted is very hard to breathe in, because I've like had knitted scarves like as a kid, like cover my face on cold days.
Right. Yeah.
And they were not a vibe. No. Sorry, I almost dropped my phone.
Y'all hear that very faint? No.
I feel like I scare people with that because I'll just be like chilling and I'll like almost drop my phone in public while like doing my job, and like people always get watch a weird looks. I just don't think it's the noise that people like are gonna expect from a 300-pound, 6-foot black dude.
Oh my god.
So it's like low key kind of a trip, but yeah. So shall we lead into questions for night, or did you have one more topic? Or I think
we can get to some questions.
Okay, but all right. You want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Oh, you can go first.
All right. What is your biggest goal of 2022? What do you want to achieve the most, and what goal do you think you'll definitely achieve?
Biggest goal for 2022 is probably to do what I do, create content online, do that full time. If not, then be on a very like good path to like, get to that point, you know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, and I just want to make sure I want to get all my breakthroughs done, like with like Instagram and stuff like that. Like I want to get to like 15 to 20,000 followers on Instagram. Actually, I think I'm right at 2,000 right now, like as we speak. So dub.
I hear this.
But say what?
I was like, you hear this, man? He's trying to get 15K.
Yeah.
He'll definitely do with that.
Yeah. I mean, I got my strategy pretty much down, so we'll see how that goes. And in terms of my style, I want to get more into like streetwear. I mean, that's kind of like what I've been doing like for the last like couple of weeks.
I don't know the camp styles fit.
Oh my god, please don't.
I thought he got a beard. Mans was rubbing his hands too, so I definitely thought it was him. And it turned out to be you. I was surprised.
Oh my god! Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with taking a little bit of inspiration, all right? But yeah,
inspiration. You can't rub your hands together. Do the look down pose.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does Cam Styles have the hand rubbing together movement patent or something? Because if not, I probably owe this guy some money right now.
Okay, I'll record that right now and tell him.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you're freaking killing me, dude.
Guess what? That was our screen recorded. I'm saying to him right now. Boom.
Oh my
god. Yo.
Oh my god, dude. This is ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, I would like to get into more streetwear. I've been trying to dabble into it here and there. Like if you guys been noticing like on my recent posts on TikTok and on Instagram. But yeah, I kind of want to explore that a little bit. Not too much. Like when summer comes around, like I am not investing in like 10,000 like pairs of like mesh shorts or basketball shorts or whatever you guys want to call them, and wearing ones and a graphic tee and just calling that a day, and wearing a tote bag and a bucket hat, and calling that a summer outfit or the summer uniform of 2022. Nah, I'm not doing that. Y'all better not let Drip Talk come back to life. Let it die. But
it's here to stay for.
Let it keep the popular. I'm fine with that, but let it keep the same level of like hype and popularity that it has now, where you have the people in their respective corners being like, "Yo, yeah, this is what I'm into," but let it be just that. I don't want everyone to think, hey, if you deviate from this for even a second, I'm going to dog you on this on TikTok. And that's exactly the type of bag people were running with all summer long last year, and you can't tell me any different.
Oh no, you're definitely right.
So, guys, keep it civil. Keep it nice in the comment sections. If someone wants to do something different, then go for it. But anyway, yeah, that's more or less what my goals are. My bigger goals are that I feel comfortable, explaining on the feed here. But yeah, what are your biggest goals and ambitions for 2022 as far as this goes?
Have enough money saved to move out. If we're talking fat though, just have at least 10 sponsors.
Ooh, 10 sponsors. That's nice.
I think that's a good one because it's like a month and a half, a month to a month and a half. I have a sponsor,
Right, yeah.
so I think very realistic. Because once I get this one sponsor done, which y'all ain't ready for, the big brand by the way, so I'm kind of actually excited for it.
Y'all hear that?
Y'all hear it? It's not what y'all thinking. If y'all are thinking what y'all think, it's not that. I'll tell you that right now.
My man's got the
yeah,
my man's got that Gucci on lock. You feel me?
the only person I know who gets gifted Gucci is Wisdom K.
Yep.
And Noah Beck. And that man doesn't do fashion, but he's somehow the face of it. I don't want to get into that, but anyways. Yeah, I think that's a goal. I think that's a goal I'll achieve. And the goal I want to achieve is 10K on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it, bro.
Yeah, I think that's could be semi-realistic. I just gotta. It's more of Instagram got to push my pictures out because I'm about to put some fire fits on and I'm gonna go do actual photo shoot days because your boy been lacking, but I'm always tired, so
Right, yeah.
Hopefully this new work schedule though, my body will get used to it and I will be able to do my grind.
Yes, sir.
All right, shall we take into this?
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to find a video on TikTok, basically where it's like I ran into this question. Like someone tagged me in this, asking my thoughts about it, and I kind of wanted to pick your brain about it, see what you thought about it.
Yeah,
It's a TikToker. Her name is at Jada West. So guys, if you want to go check it out, is at Jada West. But she has this video, and she basically says this. I'll play it for you here on the feed. Give me 1 second.
If your style has not evolved in the past 5 to 7 years, there's something going on. On average, most people experience at least 3 to 5 major transitions in their lives, which means that your style should be evolving during those transitions. And if this sounds like you and you don't know why, it's okay, I got you. Come here. We're going to figure it out together. If your style...
So, what do we think about that?
Wait, are you saying she said something bad?
No. I just thought it was an interesting topic. Like I'm neither here or there about it. I mean, I agree with her to a very
Wait, what else did she say?
To a very small extent. I'll play it for you again.
If your style has not evolved in the past 5 to 7 years, there's something going on. On average, most people experience at least 3 to 5 major transitions in their lives, which means that your style should be evolving during those transitions. And if this sounds like you and you don't know why, it's okay, I got you. Come here. We're going to figure it out together.
Is she a therapist?
No, she's into style. Like, she makes fashion content and stuff like that.
Like a therapist. My thoughts are just like, I'm gonna be real, like validation. I think your style and when you do, because there's like true, I would say there's that five style stage. And so you're gonna switch up, say, 5 times, but the first 2 or 3 is gonna be in need for validation. The last 2 is gonna be your style. 4 is always gonna be that okay, you're between 3 and where you're actually getting your comfort zone, or you're actually looking for validation from others. And then 5 is what your style is always just gonna be from there.
Right. Yeah.
And then you're either going to evolve or you're just not going to care after that.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I agree with her. And someone just tagged me in the comments saying, like, what are your thoughts on this? I'm like, I mean, bro, like, she's speaking facts, you know what I mean? Like, you should not be still dressed in the same way like you are, like, when you were in high school, you know what I mean? Like, I know if I was, there's a huge problem, you know? Now, granted, there are a lot of guys out there. That I know, like, who back in high school they dressed in nothing but like button-down shirts, chinos, you know, nice looking jackets, and they went on to like, you know, get in like these, you know, big time like businesses and stuff like that, and basically like damn, what I'm trying to say here. And basically keep up that same wardrobe and if not like a better version of it, you know what I mean? So I can see where that kind of comes into play in terms of a contradictory to it, but I don't know. In layman terms, I agree with her. You know, you will go through things in life, and it will change your perspective on things. Like how I mentioned earlier, I'm switching over to a more of a streetwear sort of wardrobe, you know, for myself, and it's not going to be my entire like style identity, but it's one of those things where it's like I can switch it up whenever I want to. You know what I mean?
Definitely. This man knows the vibes. I have to go over here, guys. Were you there?
What?
You there?
Yeah. What was that you just said?
I just said Zach knows the vibes. He knows that you're supposed to do that because you're not supposed to be wearing the same clothes.
I was about to say, I thought you were like starting to like rap or something like that. It's like, oh crap! So Rome's gonna start getting some rhymes out for us.
yeah. Just start busting out raps for no reason whatsoever. Oh my god!
Oh my god! Ah man.
Rome with rapper.
Rome with, oh my god, you need to stop. Rome with rap. Why not Rome with music or Prod by Rome? Ooh, Prod by Rome sounds pretty hard. Seems pretty.
Prod by Rome.
Yeah.
No, you know, my rap name is gonna be Camp Styles because I'm on my villain arc.
That's gonna be your villain arc, Camp Styles. How are you gonna say it? Because he already took up the way he spells it.
Instead of two Z's, or instead of, I think he just has one Z, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be two Z's.
Two Z. Oh my god.
Instead of a dot, it's gonna be a hashtag, and not a hashtag. I mean, what's the other one?
An
a
underscore.
Period. Underscore. There we go.
Oh my god. Oh god. I got a headache now.
Styles. And I'm gonna add some numbers in there too, like 4-3. Cam Styles 4-3.
Oh my god! So that's what they're gonna say whenever they give you, you know, like a Grammy or something like that. And the winner for Rapper of the Year is Cam Styles 22.
22. Yeah,
Oh
add
my
the
God.
Taylor Swift song in there. This man.
Jesus Christ! All right, ready to wrap it up, man?
Yes.
All right, guys. We appreciate you guys making it this far to the end of the podcast. If you made it this far, we appreciate it. Go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already. And go ahead and follow us, both of us, on our respective social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, all of that. We'll have it linked in the description down below for you guys to go check out. But again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am Mr. HB Fashion.
Your boy can't. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh
Your boy wrong with fashion.
and this is buttoned up.
For now.
What do you mean for now?
Zach's kicking me out, guys.
Yeah. Looking for a new host, guys. You guys know my business email. You see it on my platforms. Just let me know. Don't be a creep. Don't be Rome.
Don't be a creep like Rome. What did I do? This man.
All right, y'all. I'm Mr. HB Fashion.
You poor daddy Rome with that shit.
All right, and this has been Button Up. Good night, y'all.